Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so we got a bunch of brand new releases this week. Everything from Legions Imperialis. We got a bunch of stuff coming for Age of Sigmar. We got the Emperor's Collection. Let's jump in and take a look. So first off, we have the Legions Imperialis Mechanicum Battle Group. So that is $52. And we're going to get an assortment of Legions Imperialis miniatures. Then we have the brand new Destruction Battletome Orruk Warclans. So this is going to have all of the new rules for the Orruk Warclans in Age of Sigmar. You're going to have options to play your Ironjawz. You're going to have options to play your Kool boys. And then you can also team them up and have a big war. We've also got a couple of Regiments of Renown. All kinds of cool stuff in this book. And this is the hardcover Battletome for $60. And that is also going to include the code for the digital app. So if you want to use your rules on the app, that's going to have that as well. And then to go alongside with it, we have the Warscroll cards, $35 for those. They're going to have the new Warscrolls for everything in the book, including the brand new Orruk Warclans Spearhead. So $35 for those bad boys. We've got the Luminarch of Hyaish online only, and that is coming back for the old world. So very cool to see a kit that was very difficult to find, added back into the range permanently for Warhammer the Old World. And then moving on from there, we have that Necromunda Halls of the Ancients books. It's got a bunch of the new Squats Prospector rules, $52 for that for Necromunda. And then we have the brand new Primarchs collection. So this is a brand new limited edition item. This will only be available while stocks last. $140 for this. You get the actual case that everything comes in, individually enveloped pictures of each of the various Primarchs. So here's the actual case that everything is going to be contained in. We got some nice gold foil on it. Very, very cool. Very nice. Excellent presentation. And then here we see the individually wrapped pictures of each of the Primarchs. Each one has an Imperial looking envelope. Very nice, very classy. Definitely going to be a collector's item here. We've got a bunch of awesome art for each of the individual Primarchs. We can see a couple of them kind of shown off here. So very nice artwork here. Definitely going to be a very popular item. And then here we can see this opened up and the envelopes inside. Visions of Glory and Despair. So very cool, $140 for that. I do expect this to sell out relatively quickly. This is definitely the type of thing. Primarchs are extremely popular for Horus Heresy and 40k. And then being a limited item as well, and not knowing exactly how many of these are available, I would imagine this will be gone pretty quick. So if you are after one of these, make sure you grab it up before it's too late. And then moving on from there, we've got a couple of nice new models coming for Blood Bowl. So we have Rowana Forest Foot, and these are all going to be in Forge World resin. So $36 for Rowana. And then we have Guffle Pusmaw. Nice new Nurgle Blightlords model. Again, $36 for that in resin. And then we got a couple of the last week's releases kind of left over here. The Ironhead Squat Servitor Scout Trikes. So these are the new Necromunda Trikes for the Ironhead Squats. We have the upgrade pack as well. It's got a bunch of different weapons and equipment options. And then we have the Ironhead Squat Prospector Exo Kin. So basically some exo suits for Necromunda as well. So now we're fully seeing the Squats range flushed out for Necromunda. As now they got some vehicles, they got some heavy choices. So very cool to see them getting all these options. And then we have a couple of the online only items returning for Warhammer the Old World. We have the Imperial Ogres with great weapons. These are some old kits right here. So definitely a nice option for people that had missed out on these or want to fill out their collection from back in the day. $60 for them. We also have the Imperial Ogres, regular ones, $60 for them. We have the Tautogon Guard Command, $35 for that. And then we see the Imperial Ogre with light cannon, $32 for him. Empire of Man command set, $53 for them. And some real nice sculpts here. Some obviously hold up a little better than others, but some classic models coming back, and then also some new stuff as well. And then flushing out the range a little more, we have the War Altar of Sigmar. So this is a variation of the other kit. Obviously this one has the big eagle with hammer statue. And then we see the cannon and mortars, the Demogryph Knights, and then the Empire Pistoliers as well. So very cool to see a lot of these coming back. A lot of people have these in their range and weren't able to use them. Now we have the Empire Man fully returning to the old world, and a bunch of classic models returning reboxed and ready to put on the tabletop or paint up and put in your display shelf. And next we have the Empire Knights, $62.50 for them. Some classic and awesome models right here. I think these hold up really nice. Definitely some great models from back in the day. We have the Empire of Man dice set, $44 for them. And that's going to be all of your old world dice. So you're going to get your regular D6s and then of course your specialized D6s as well. And then we have the new Empire of Man transfer sheet, $35 for that. We have the Free Company Militia, $85 for a big box of those bad boys. And then we also have the General of the Empire on Imperial Griffin, $80 for that. That's also the Karl Franz kit. And then we have the Commanders of the Empire as well. Again, really nice classic kit right here, $32 for that. The Empire of Man reference card pack. These have been selling out pretty quickly. So if you are after these, if you're going to be playing Empire of Man in Warhammer the Old World, definitely would not mess around on those, as they do tend to sell out pretty quickly. And we really don't know when they're going to come back in stock. $28 for those. Now a quick word from today's sponsor, CMO Games. CMO Games carries a full range of Games Workshop products including miniatures, paint, terrain, tools, and more. They take pre-orders for most Games Workshop new releases as early as possible, usually 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. CMO Games offers 15% off of MSRP for most all Games Workshop products and offer fast free shipping to the continental United States on orders over $50. Most orders ship out within 24 hours. You know their customer service is top-notch as they've been selling games online for over 20 years. Use the affiliate link below and let them know that Warhammer Man sent you. And then we also have the Arcane Journal Empire of Man. So that's going to have all of your rules basically for the Empire of Man in Warhammer the Old World. $28 for that. And then of course we have the new Empire of Man Battalion. So $185 for the Empire of Man Battalion. We got the Steam Tank. We've got a bunch of the various infantrymen as well. So really nice box set right here. Definitely a nice little bargain over purchasing these individual kits. Obviously things like the Steam Tank are still usable in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, but the various infantrymen are like some of the old classic kits returning in the classic plastic, available again for the first time in a long time, reboxed and ready to go for Warhammer the Old World. So if you are looking to flush out your old army or build a new one, if you're looking to embrace the old world, this is a really nice box set to get started with the Empire of Man. $185 there, and it does come with that new transfer sheet as well. And then just kind of taking a look at last week's releases, we had the Emperor's Gift Special Edition, sold out pretty quickly. That Grey Knights book, $75. And then we had the Halls of the Ancients dice set for the Votann, $20.50 for them. And then we see the Teutogan Guard Warriors sold out almost immediately for $42. And then of course the Halls of the Ancients Gang Tactics cards, always quick to go with the Gang Tactics cards. Always urge people to grab them up if they're after them, as they do tend to sell out very quickly. And then just a little quick reminder as well, there's a bunch of the special order, made to order basis only. This is a very limited window. It's going to go until Monday. So if you are after any of these kits, make sure you get them on pre-order before then. It is a made to order basis, so it's going to take up to 180 days to deliver. But we have the Sector Imperialis Imperial Objectives, some really cool pieces right here for like scatter terrain or dioramas, or if you want to make your own custom objectives. We have the Sector Imperialis Manufactorum returning. This one's kind of a blend of like the more Mechanicum style stuff for the Sector Mechanicum, and then also the Sector Imperialis stuff. So we see the sort of combination of the mechanical look as well as like the typical like ruins and pillars of the Sector Imperialis stuff. And then we also have the Sector Imperialis Imperial Sector. So $170 for that. You're going to get like 3 large buildings. You've got endless ways that you can build them. That's going to be your biggest kit with a lot of the old pieces if you want to build out your Sector Imperialis board. And then we have 2 of the special order buildings. We have the Sector Imperialis Sanctum, one of my personal favorites. So $80 for the Sanctum, and it definitely has like a lot of the ruins, the floors, all your regular pieces, as well as like some of the scatter terrain. You can build this up multiple levels, 2, 3, 4 stories up, as high as you want to go. And then of course this one has the buttress sprue, and the only way to get these, so you have the option for the 4 Imperial statues on top of the buttresses, something that really adds a ton of character and coolness to the Sector Imperialis stuff. I am definitely going to be picking up a few of these. And then finally, to round it out, what's arguably my favorite of these sets, the Sector Imperialis Basilicanum. So $150 for the Basilicanum. It is going to come with some of your walls. It's going to come with your arch. It's going to come with the floors and everything. So again, just a little bit of everything for the Sector Imperialis. And then most importantly, you're going to get your 2 statues included as well. The only way that you can get these statues for a limited time, and these are absolutely awesome. They are massive on the tabletop. You can see by like the variation in height here, this is essentially like 5 inches tall. So the statues are standing close to 7 inches tall, much larger than your typical miniatures, and very, very classic, very cool kit. Again, I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple of these to fill out my game boards. And then last but not least, just wanted to point out that the Destruction Battletome Orruk Warclans Gamers Edition is also coming out this week. So $80 for that. That is going to have all of your rules from the actual Battletome. It's going to have all of your various Warscroll cards, including your new Spearhead rules. And then of course that has the digital code as well. So if you're looking for like a little bit of a combo pack right here, instead of buying the individual Battletome and the cards for $60 and $35, you can save a couple bucks here. It is the condensed version, so it's going to be the soft cover, but it is going to have all of your rules and everything. And then again, this is limited, online only, available while stocks last, but definitely a nice little cool package deal right here. And then we also have a couple more items that weren't showing up originally that are finally popping up here. We have the Legion Imperialis Mechanicum Infantry, $52 for them. The Legion Imperialis Mechanicum Triros, $52 for them. We have the new Path to Glory Ravaged Coast book, $60 for that. And then we have the new terrain, the Bossrokk Tower, and then also the variant, $62.50 for the Orc faction terrain. And then the Orruk Warclans Manifestations, $58 for them. We have the brand new Hobgrot Slittaboss, $35 for that bad boy. And then we also have the Swampcalla Shaman with Pot-grot and the Killaboss with Stab-grot being available for the first time for individual purchase since the initial launch in the Dominion box set and starter box of last edition. And then we also have the brand new Spearhead, Orruk Warclans, Ironjawz, $145 for them. And I think this is absolutely going to slap in Spearhead. Definitely looking forward to this. And then, of course, the Seraptic Heavy Construct for the Necrons coming back in the Expert Kit from Forge World, $385 for that. And this thing is massive. This is the size of a Imperial Knight for 40k scale. So this is a big, big monster right here. Very, very cool. And then a couple more of the Blood Bowl individual models coming out. Jeremiah Kool. We have Anqi Panqi, we have Rashnak the Backstabber, we have White Dwarf 508, and then we also had the Blood Bowl Spike Presents 2024 Almanac. And if you did load up the site and didn't see some of these originally, just give it a refresh. There was a delay on Games Workshop side. They obviously were having some issues, but everything is sorted out now, so you should be able to pick up any of these pre-orders that you're after. Let me know what you're most excited about this week, what you're going to be picking up. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. And as always, special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the channel. Check out the link in the description to save 15% on most Games Workshop products. And make sure to tell them that Warhammer Man sent you. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and I want to wish everybody out there a Happy New Year. And I'm out of here.